Did you know that by the time you reach the age of 80, your muscle mass will likely have shrunk by half compared to when you were younger? This condition, called sarcopenia, is a terrible reality that robs millions of older people around the world of their independence, affecting over 50 million people. Consider that falls caused by muscle weakness force more than 300,000 elderly people to be hospitalized every year. But here's the part that might shock and give you hope. Research published in the Journal of Physiology refutes the idea that such severe muscle loss is inevitable. There are people in their 70s, 80s, and beyond who have the strength, function, and even look of people decades younger, while many of their peers struggle with basic tasks like getting out of a chair. These super elderly maintain full independence into their 90s and beyond, often outperforming people half their age in strength tests. They continue to climb mountains, play sports. How did they do it? What is their secret to a healthy and energetic life? Well, an estimated 93% of older adults have no idea what habits can actually delay or even reverse age-related muscle loss in older adults. But researchers, including at prestigious institutions like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School, have discovered them. Yet most doctors don't tell their older patients the single most important habit that can help them regain muscle mass well into their 70s or 80s. In fact, many common recommendations contradict what science has shown is essential for maintaining strength as we age. Stay with me, because the most common mistake you could be making on a daily basis is accelerating muscle atrophy by activating genes that normally shouldn't be. Correcting this behavior by adopting this daily habit will restore your muscles, and this could be the difference between enjoying your golden years on your own or needing the help of others. This is a real health guide for the well-being of the elderly. But before we get started, if you find value in these senior health tips, please like this video and subscribe to our Senior Health Focus channel so you don't miss out on more senior health content. And let me know in the comments where in the world you're following me from. Okay, now let's get to the heart of the matter. Muscle loss in older adults is not a foregone conclusion. The wisdom lies in understanding that our bodies have an extraordinary capacity to adapt at any age if we provide it with the right stimulation and nutrition. Many older adults believe that all it takes is just moving a little or eating a generally healthy diet. But there's more. There are specific habits, backed by science, that can do wonders for your muscle health. Before revealing the king habit, the one that can revolutionize your strength, it is important to prepare the ground. Imagine building a sturdy house. You need a solid foundation. Likewise, to restore muscles, some basic conditions must be optimal. Let's talk strategic nutrition. It's not enough to just eat. You have to give your body the right building blocks at the right time. Protein is key, and this video has tips for athletes, adapted for you. But many seniors make the mistake of cramming it all into one meal. Research shows that to maximize muscle protein synthesis, it is best to spread your intake of high-quality protein, about 20 to 30 grams, across each main meal. Think muscle recovery eggs for breakfast, rather than just carbs. This also includes salmon and omega-3 for lunch or dinner, a healthy food that fights inflammation and provides noble proteins. Then there are the micronutrients, the real workers of your body. Vitamin D, often called the sunshine and muscle vitamin, is crucial. Over 80% of the elderly population is deficient in it. It activates genes involved in muscle building. Optimal levels are associated with significantly greater muscle strength. But beware, supplement wisely, possibly in combination with vitamin K2, to direct calcium to the bones and not the arteries. This is a key issue for muscle and bone health. Magnesium is another forgotten hero, essential for over 300 muscle enzymatic reactions. And vitamin B12, especially in the methylated form, is vital for nerve function and muscle energy production, the absorption of which can decline with age or due to common medications. These are all essential muscle nutrients. Another secret of the super elderly is the management of chronic low-grade inflammation, inflammaging. This silent inflammation accelerates muscle degradation. How to combat it? Sleep well and regularly. Take care of your gut health with a diet rich in fiber from different vegetables and fermented foods, and take natural anti-inflammatory substances such as omega-3 from salmon and omega-3 supplements and curcumin. These habits help create an internal environment favorable to muscle growth and maintenance. Finally, let's not forget neuromuscular connections. Muscles atrophy not only because the fibers shorten, but because the connection between nerves and muscles deteriorates. Activities that require coordination and precision, like Tai Chi, dance, even ping pong, strengthen these vital pathways much more than brute force alone. Breathing techniques and engaging in cognitively stimulating activities also play a role. Keeping your brain active has a direct positive effect on the health of your neuromuscular system. All of this, targeted nutrition, the right micronutrients, inflammation management, and efficient nerve connections, creates the optimal conditions. But what is that one daily habit that can really make a difference, that can help you regain your 40-year-old strength? Here it is, progressive resistance exercise. It may not sound like a groundbreaking new thing, but the way it is practiced by the super seniors is what makes it revolutionary. Experts at Tufts University have called it the most powerful anti-aging drug ever discovered. Muscles work on a use it or lose it basis, but with one crucial caveat for seniors: to maintain and grow them, you need to challenge them gradually and consistently. Sticking with the same light weights week after week, or just going for walks, won't be enough to counteract muscle loss in seniors over 60. The super senior method is based on a few key principles. First, intensity, not necessarily duration. It involves training to the point of transient muscular failure, when you can no longer perform a repetition with proper form. This intense stimulus triggers muscle protein synthesis for up to 72 hours after exercise. Even just 2 targeted sessions a week are enough. Second, an emphasis on compound movements, those that involve multiple muscle groups at once. Adapted versions of squats, push-ups, pull-ups. These movements produce a stronger hormonal response for growth than isolated exercises. Third, progressive overload. You want to gradually increase the difficulty over time, whether it's the weight lifted, the number of repetitions, or the reduction in recovery time. Using the same stimuli over and over again leads to stagnation. Fourth, pay attention to the eccentric lowering phase of the movement. Lowering the weight slowly increases the strain on the muscles without overstressing the joints, a great tip for senior athletes. This is crucial for post-workout recovery and for building muscle with food and training. Surprisingly, this method works even for late starters. One study showed that older adults who began a 12-week progressive resistance training program increased their strength by 35% and gained an average of 5 pounds of muscle, with benefits for cognitive function, bone density, and glycemic control. The most common mistake among older adults: thinking that resistance training is too risky or not for them. The real risk, however, lies in unrestrained muscle loss, which leads to frailty, falls, and loss of independence. Adopting habits to restore muscle strength, such as progressive resistance training, is key. If there's one thing you can take away from this video, let it be this. Of course, especially when starting out, it's wise to consult with a doctor and perhaps a qualified physical therapist or personal trainer to make sure you're performing the exercises correctly and safely, and adjusting them to your fitness level. So here is this daily habit restores your muscles, supported by other key nutrition and lifestyle practices. Making the commitment today to building your strength and independence by adopting these healthy living habits will pay off tremendously in the long run. Senior health is an active journey. Now it's your turn. Are you already adopting any of these habits? Which of these pieces of information surprised you the most? Is there an older person in your life who has remarkable strength despite their age? Leave a comment below, telling me your story and your thoughts.